Okay, I'm going to tell you how to rent an apartment or a house. First thing that you'll need to do is log in to Civic Mirror. So you go to civicmirror.com and put in your information in the login page. Okay, and then you're going to click on this My Status button. All right, here it's going to tell you, this is a very important page. This is going to tell you your family's condition. Right now, you're looking at the possibility of 2 deaths in your family at the end of the year because so far you don't have a place to live, a powered place to live, and you don't have food to eat. So we're going to try and take care of the housing situation first. So what you want to do is you want to look on the map and find an apartment complex that is powered. Don't fool around with someone who hasn't. This is unpowered. They can put you in their apartment, but even if you're in that apartment, unless it's powered, it's just like being homeless and someone in your family will die anyway. So check for the apartment complex that has a powered, it looks like this is the only one. Now hovering over it, you can see what their asking price is. It says it right here, and you want to remember that. It'll make the tenancy agreement process easier. They're asking $150 in rent. Yours is probably going to say something different, but they're asking for rent $150. So with that in mind, try and remember that number. Click on the actual apartment, the powered apartment complex you want to live in. Okay. Now, of course, you might want to live in an apartment complex that has higher neighborhood score. This one has a 0 neighborhood score. This is a 1 neighborhood score. This is a 3 neighborhood score. But if you're just in a hurry and you want to get the thing done, you might not want to wait around for this neighborhood score of 3, meaning you get higher well-being points for living there, for them to power it. You might just be in a hurry. It depends on what your priorities are. Okay, but we've clicked on this one because it's powered, and then we're going to click on this button that says Request to Live Here. Now, here, what is it that you need to give? Well, you need to give rent, $150. This is where you're going to put what's the contract between the two of you. And chances are your landlord's not going to accept this contract unless it says spring, that's when you need to pay. It's in spring of 2000, well, whatever year this is. And here it's 2008, but you're probably in year 2000. And your landlord's usually going to ask for it at the beginning of the year, because if you don't pay, they will probably evict you, and they want to have time to do that. So usually they're going to ask you for it at the beginning of the year. Then down here for utilities, now here's where you really need to protect yourself. Check and make sure that this says landlord, especially with an apartment complex. Make sure that the landlord, in your contract, it makes it clear the landlord needs to power that hex each year. If he doesn't power that hex, there's no reason for you to pay rent. So say next year they don't power it, don't pay rent, go find someplace else to live, because it's not going to do you any good. Now, if you're renting a house, you do the same exact process, but generally your house owner is going to require you to pay utilities. But just have that conversation with them. Sit down with them with this contract and have the conversation. What is it? Because, well, it's a long story, but generally house owners are going to expect you to take care of the power. But it really is between you and the landlord. All right, but to get this passed, get this accepted pretty quickly, put the asking price that they're asking for rent, and make sure that the landlord is the person identified for utilities if you're going into an apartment complex. And then click this Submit Agreement to the landlord. So now I strongly suggest that you go and talk to the landlord in person. You have put that thing through, but just because you put it through doesn't mean they've actually paid any attention to it. Go and talk to them in person. Say, look, I put that through. Can you please accept it? Now they might say, okay, but I need you to pay the amount first, because you agreed to pay the amount, but you haven't actually paid that amount. So if they say, okay, I need you to send that money to me, well, then you have a second step. You need to go into trades and you find that landlord and click the landlord's name, then click Begin Trade, and then you give them the money that they asked for, $150 for rent, And down here, you make it very clear that it is for rent for year, now for you it's probably year 2000, but year 2008. You really need to put that in there because that protects you in case they don't power the apartment for some reason or they evict you for whatever reason. You can sue them in the courts, and this contract will make it clear that you have the legal right to sue them. And so that's what you would do to pay your rent. Submit trade demo 2. Let them know I paid the rent. Can you please make sure that you put me in your apartment complex? And how do you find out whether they did it? You come back to this My Status. Here, clearly the landlord has not put you in there yet. You're still listed as homeless. So go and talk to them. I'm going to go talk to my landlord and make sure they put me in. So I'm going to pause the video. So I'm going to refresh the My Status page. Click on My Status page again. I talked to the landlord, they put me in, and now I can see that I'm there. I'm safe. And so now I need to move on to other things such as food, health. Remember, yours is going to look different. You might be required to do 2 health units. You might be required to do 2 education units. That's your next priority after you have food and shelter. And then you have wildcard protection down here that you can work on if you've taken care of this and this and this. And then if you've got all that taken care of and you have plenty of money for the future, you can even do a little splurging. Get some entertainment for your family, buy a technology, buy an iPhone for your family to get some more well-being points, what have you. Now, the only thing I want to point out to you, if you haven't heard this from a different video, make sure you protect yourself from people who are trying to take advantage of you. And I'm going to show you how they could do this. They might try and steal your property, and they can steal your property in a legal way. So I'm going to show you how that works. Go ahead and click on the trade button, or click on this trade button. Okay, here I have an incoming trade. I'm going to click on that. Someone sent me a trade, and it looks like my landlord asking for rent. Well, I need to pay my rent, $150, but you always want to check all of the boxes, because here, hidden over here, is they're saying they're giving me $150 cash, and if I give them that, they're going to get my green hex. I own a green hex, and they're trying to get it. Either that, or maybe they made a mistake. One way or the other, it's a shady deal. So first of all, pay attention to the student who's doing it, and keep your eye on them. They might not be particularly honest. Then click Reject Trade. No, I'm not going to give you my green hex for $150. Well, it is unless you want to sell it to them. But that's something that sometimes people will do, and you don't realize that they're doing it. And most judges, actually every judge I've ever seen, student judge will say, look, you clicked the accept trade. I can't decide in your favor. No, they didn't steal your hex. You clicked accept trade. If you accepted it, that's not theft. It may feel like theft, but you didn't read the agreement carefully, and so you lose that property. So keep that in mind. Be very careful when reading the trades. That being said, best wishes to you, your family, and your country.